It started with a flash, a sudden light in the night sky, then another, and another, within seconds. The sky above Israel wasn't quiet anymore. It was alive. Missiles cutting through the darkness, interceptors launching in response, explosions lighting up entire cities. At first glance, it looked like just another attack, another exchange in an already escalating conflict. But this time, something was different, because this wasn't random, it wasn't scattered, and it wasn't small. This time, the targets mattered, the locations mattered, and the message behind it may have changed everything. In the latest wave of attacks, Iran launched multiple ballistic missiles toward Israel, some of them carrying advanced warheads designed not just to hit, but to overwhelm, to penetrate, to bypass defenses. And for the first time in days, several of these missiles reached deeper than expected, hitting areas that were thought to be protected, critical zones, strategic locations, and even though many were intercepted, not all of them were, because modern missile warfare is not about a single hit. It's about pressure, saturation, and forcing systems to fail. What makes this situation more serious is the type of weapons being used. Cluster-style warheads, multiple submunitions, designed to spread across a wide area. Instead of one explosion, you get many. Instead of one target, you get a zone, and once these warheads separate in the air, they become much harder to stop, because interception systems are built to stop single objects, not dozens, appearing at once, and that changes the equation. This wasn't just about causing damage, it was about sending a signal. Reports suggest that some strikes were aimed at military-linked areas, strategic infrastructure, sensitive zones, and whether all targets were hit or not. The intention was clear. This was about reach, capability, and escalation, because hitting deeper targets means expanding the battlefield. This didn't happen in isolation. It's part of a pattern. Over the past weeks, the conflict has been intensifying. Strikes, counterstrikes, new tactics, new weapons, each step pushing the situation further. And now, we're seeing a shift from pressure to precision, from warning to impact. Israel's defense systems are among the most advanced in the world. Iron Dome, David's sling arrow systems, and for the most part, they work, intercepting the majority of incoming threats. But no system is perfect, and in high-volume attacks, even a small failure rate matters, because just a few missiles getting through can change everything. Recent reports show that while interception rates remain high, some missiles have still managed to strike populated and strategic areas, and that raises serious questions. When missiles get through, the impact is immediate. Explosions, fires, damaged buildings, injuries, and in some cases, loss of life. Recent strikes have already caused casualties and destruction across multiple locations. And beyond the physical damage, there's something else, psychological pressure. Because when sirens go off repeatedly, when skies light up at night, uncertainty becomes constant. So why does this moment matter? Because it represents a shift, not just in intensity, but in capability. Iran is showing that it can still launch missiles despite heavy strike. It can adapt tactics. It can challenge advanced defenses. And that changes the calculation for both sides. Because now, the conflict is no longer one-sided pressure. It's a two-way escalation. Every strike carries a message, and this one is clear. We can reach you, not just symbolically, but physically, strategically, and consistently. It's not just about damage, it's about influence, deterrence, and positioning. Moments like this don't stay isolated. They trigger responses, retaliation, escalation to expansion. Because once critical targets are involved, the stakes increase, and higher stakes mean bigger decisions. This isn't just a regional issue anymore, because what happens here? Affects global markets, energy supply, international stability. We've already seen rising tensions across the region, increased military movements, diplomatic pressure building, and the longer this continues, the wider the impact becomes. At some point, conflicts reach a stage where control becomes difficult, not impossible, but fragile, because too many variables are in motion, too many actors involved, too many decisions being made in real time. And right now, this situation is moving toward that point. There are only a few possible paths forward. De-escalation, continued pressure, full escalation, and each one depends on what happens next. Because in conflicts like this, the next move matters more than the last. It didn't start today, and it won't end today. Because what we are witnessing is not a single event. It's a shift, a turning point, where the rules begin to change, where distance disappears, and where the consequences become harder to control. Because this was not just another strike, it was a signal, a message, a warning, that the situation is evolving, and once that evolution reaches a certain point, there's no going back, only forward, into something more complex, more dangerous, and far more unpredictable. Because now, the question is no longer what just happened. The real question is what happens next.